Crazy Will here for another Crazy Will quick tip. So today I want to talk about Time Machine, and if you own a Mac, you should be backing up to Time Machine. And what Time Machine is, let me just break down what Time Machine is first, because a lot of people don't know. But Time Machine basically is, you hook an external hard drive. In my case, I actually have a hard drive docking station. What that is just a docking station hooked to a USB to the computer, and you can slip in and out hard drives in it. What I suggest is either an external hard drive or a docking station. I like the docking station, that way if the drive fails, you can put a new drive in, or you can I have a double one, so you can run RAID on it. I'm not really that worried about it. The point is to back up your computer. And what it does is it makes a carbon copy of your computer exactly the way it is. Every program, every app, every desktop background, all your music, pictures, photos, everything, video, makes a complete copy of it. What it does when it initially backs it up, it makes a master copy, and the master copy does take quite a little bit. It takes probably about 2 hours depending on how many gigs you have and how fast your hard drive is. Once it backs up, it takes snapshots of your computer every hour on the hour, and then it takes a snapshot for the week, and then it takes a snapshot for the month, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to show you how it backs up your system. And the reason why this is so important, let's say accidentally your Mac gets destroyed or stolen or something happens to it and you have this hard drive. You can go out and buy a brand new Mac, hook this hard drive to it, and bam, you're back in working order in a couple of hours, instead of figuring out what programs you had, resetting all your settings, trying to find your photos or you lost them, or none of that. You just back up to this once you get a new computer or your new hard drive, because hard drives don't last forever. You hook it up to this, bam, you're back up in business. That simple. So I'm going to show you how it works right now. So an external hard drive will cost you around $59 on up, depending on what size you get. And what you're looking for in size is, you're looking, like if you have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, you want to get 1 terabyte. If you have 1 terabyte, you want to get 2 terabyte, and so forth and so on. And they all go into different prices, but you figure around $59 to $200 depending on the size of the drive. So what we're going to do, we're going to get started here. This is my hard drive right here. I'm wiggling it around. It is actually, I already set it up for Time Machine, and I'm just going to set it up again. It says Time Machine Backups. Yours will either say the name of the hard drive that you purchased, or untitled, or something to another. But as soon as you plug it in, it should show up on your Mac right here. And you go into Time Machine, right up here, it's this little arrow, and you go to Open Preferences. As soon as you plug in the drive, it's going to ask you to connect to Time Machine. You check on this mark right here. I'm already connected to Time Machine, but what I did was to set up was click this check mark here, select a disk. I'm going to do this again because for some reason my Time Machines are having problems. So I'm going to click on, you'll see all your drives here. So pick the drive that you want. Use this disk. There it goes. And now it's going to start the backup process. And it's that simple. I mean, it's starting the backup process now. It's going to, the first time you do it, it's going to take a really long time. Let it back up. Let it do what it needs to do. Once it's backed up, from this point on, it'll back up hourly backups for the last 24 hours. So that means every hour it's making a snapshot of your machine. Daily backups for the past month. It makes, every day, and then every month and every week. And it goes for the oldest ones. When it gets to the oldest one, and it says it right down here, when it gets to the oldest one, it deletes it. Okay, so backup is complete now. And if you look, my oldest backup is from July 24th, 2017. Last backup was today at 5:59 p.m. The next backup is 6:42 p.m. So what we're going to do, just to show you an example of this, you can do this on any file. Which I'm going to do is create a new folder. I'm going to left click on the screen, create a new folder. And if you didn't see that, just you left click and then click on that. And I'm going to name it Photos for demonstration purposes. And if you see over here, I have 3 photos. I'm going to stick them in that file. And I'm going to let it do a backup so I could show you how I'm going to delete these photos that are in this folder and retrieve them. So, and that's your Time Machine. That's what your hard drive should look like after you made a Time Machine. So let me go do a new backup and I will come back. Okay, so I did another backup. I added this folder that's on the desktop. So there's two ways we could do this. We could do the actual desktop, which I'm going to show you first. Enter Time Machine. You just click up here, enter Time Machine, and then you'll see these. This is Time Machine right now. So you're going to see, you can tab these like so, and it'll tell you today at 5:59. Or you can use these ticks right here to go back even further. So I can go all the way back to July 24th, 2017. So these are all the different dates that it backed up. And you can click on one of those. So let's just click on one of those. And I can see what was on my desktop at the time. So like, let's say I want to restore this picture of me for one of my YouTube videos. I can click on that and you can click restore. And it'll take you out of Time Machine. And if you look on the desktop, there's my old picture. Wow, that's scary. Anyway, what we'll do is we're going to open up photos, and this is how you could do it on an individual folder. I'm going to show you this too. I'm going to take these photos, and I'm going to take the scary photo of me, and we're going to delete them. Okay, so now they're gone, and you're like, oh no, I really needed those photos. You click on this file right here, you go up to Time Machine, and you go to Enter Time Machine. So now it's going to give me, this is now, and then this was how many hours ago. So I can click one picture and restore, I could click two pictures and restore, or I could pick all the pictures like this and then hit restore. So now if I hit restore, bam, they're back. And this works with emails, this works with photos, this works with video, everything. On top of backing up your whole machine, let's say some catastrophic thing happens. My computer dies, or somebody destroys it, or something bad happens to the machine where the hard drive is non-salvageable. Now I can just connect this hard drive to my new Mac, and it'll prompt me. When you set up your new Mac, it'll prompt me and say, do you want to go from backup or you want to just start new? Now you just go from backup, and then everything, and when I tell you everything, all your programs, all your backgrounds, exactly all your settings on your computer, exactly the same as it was. I've used a lot of different backup programs, and I'm not saying this is the best, but it works incredibly well compared to other backup softwares I've used. And it does have its faults, but the things that I love about it is I lose my machine, go out and get a new machine, hook it right up to Time Machine, in a couple hours I'm back up and running. I don't have to worry about drivers. I don't have to worry about programs. I don't have to worry about, hey, that favorite Stormtrooper background that I love. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff now. So that's basically how you do it. Really easy. You back up Time Machine. You don't have any problems. Makes it so simple. I mean, if you own a Mac, you should be doing this. It's a great tool. It's not the best in the world, but it's a really good tool. And, if this is your backup way, at least you're doing something proactive to back up your stuff. Now, me personally, I also back up my photos, my videos, and everything else to another external drive. But I also use the Time Machine just in case things go wrong. So, it's a good practice to backing up, and if you're not one of these people that don't back up, this is a great, quick, easy alternative. Backs up your whole system. Another really cool thing, and I didn't want to mention it, but I'm going to, is Time Capsule. The only reason I don't want to mention it is because they are discontinuing the Time Capsule, which is really frustrating. Basically what Time Capsule is it's a router, and it has a built-in hard drive into it, and you can upload it. But you can also do this with the Nighthawk or any other router that actually can be connected to an external hard drive. You can choose that drive as your Time Machine backup. So I hope this helped, guys. If you like it, please like and subscribe down at the bottom. And remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. Later, guys. You thought I was a picture, didn't you? Make sure you like and subscribe. Do me a favor already.